Yeah, I guess that would make sense to be your favorite. You want to destroy things other than your credit. Mr. Beast. Oh boy, that's a big one, actually. Well, I certainly appreciate it with the $200 dono. Greatly appreciated. Shall do just, we shall create something really cool, actually. We'll probably use that for. It definitely also helps because I am now the legal owner of Adobe Premiere. I just bought it for the first time legally. So yeah, I certainly appreciate it, Sky. I appreciate all your donuts, and I appreciate you showing up and stuff, and being in the chat and whatnot as well. For Cher's ideal date, which restaurant would you? Depends on the person. I like to be surprised. But if I have to choose, you know, gun to my head or whatever, let's go Olive Garden. That seems like it's fancy, not too fancy, not too expensive, but still expensive enough that it shows that you're taking it kind of seriously. There we go, got him. Okay, they're chasing us. Very rude, very rude. Oh, I couldn't kill him with it. I thought I could explode them, but I couldn't. Just could destroy everything you created. Also, this is for the Xmas Roblox stream. Oh my God. With another $100 dono from Sky Midnight in chat. If you guys, just so you guys know, I know they donate a lot, but they're not actually Mr. Peace. That's Midnight Sky, who pops into the chat from time to time to chill with us and hang out. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you showing up. Well, I got one of them, Reaper. I got one of them, Rose. Like, one of them. The other one, not so much. But hey, we got a really cute skin coming up here. What time would she prefer to be picked up? Okay, so here's my ideal date scenario. And this is just like a normal situation. It would probably be 8 is too late. It depends on, it's got to be on like a Friday. It's either got to be on a Friday or a Saturday. You know what? No, Saturday. Definitely Saturday. Friday, you're still coming off of work, which means you got a pressure. You're thinking about it all day at work, but then you also might have a bad day at work. And so it's not, but then if you had a bad day at work, you have something to look forward to. You also have plenty of time to get ready. So it's probably Saturday, because even if it is, even if you do end up doing something else that might, you know, prevent you from sleeping or something, you still have Sunday to recover for the Monday workday. So Saturday, probably around, I'd say 7:30 p.m. probably. I don't know if I'd like to be picked up though, honestly, because being picked up, there's a lot more. So when you're picked up, it's like, if you're picking someone up, it's probably gonna be like date 4 or 5, something like that. Oh, that's weird. You can see like the weird trail of, and it's just like, you don't want to be picked up your first, but like date 4 or 5, sure. But for date number 1, we probably just get there mutually in our own cars. Something like the Olive Garden, somewhere decent, or what would be super impressive is finding like a local chain, a local restaurant, that's like really nice, like cocktail dress, blazers, nice, something like that, but something that doesn't like break the bank. I don't want to like, because then it feels like you're trying to buy me. There's a subtle way to both show off, hey, I'm desirable, hey, I also am financially stable, without saying, hey, I've got a lot of money, I don't mind spending it because I want you to fuck me. All right, like there's a difference. A decent restaurant, if you can show that you're in tune with the area, that's super impressive. You know, we go up, we have honestly on a date, I've never, I don't know if other people are different, but I've never really like ate heavy on a date ever. Even like when unless we're like in a long-term relationship, I get something super light. I get something like a really light salad, lemonade, things like that. At the Olive Garden, it would probably be a specialty salad with like some of the breadsticks, because you also want to be able to eat and talk at the same time. So that's pretty important. So a meetup, kind of like, yeah. Well, it's kind of like you just meet at the restaurant, essentially. Oh, if you want a hot take, so here's some like dating advice. It may seem like really cool in the movies. This isn't to say like any of you guys would do this, right? But this is just like general dating advice. I don't fucking like, if it's your first date, they don't know you. they have no clue who you are. You could be a rapist, you could be just a weird person, right? So when you're inviting someone back into your house, whether you're inviting a female, male, it doesn't really matter. That is a really big thing. You're telling them where you live. You're welcoming them into like kind of like a really personal area of yours. It's big. When you're getting picked up, like, so like for a first date, I would never like expect to meet at someone's house. Damn it, they really fucked me up there. I didn't have an message. But I also like wouldn't expect to pick someone up, because let's say the date goes bad, right? If the date goes bad, now that person is feeling pretty pressured because you're the ride home. Otherwise, what are they gonna do, you know? So like it's really and then it's like, oh hey, you know, I'm not like other guys or girls. I want to have a nice home cooked meal with you and sit down at my place or your place and we just talk. One, going back to someone's place after a date is almost universal. I want to fuck you. Now, it doesn't always mean that, but it almost always means that. If I'm taking someone back to my house after a date, it's because I want to fuck. That there's really not really a lot of other times that I do. Now, in between when we're there and like the moments up to just like us having sex, you can do a number of things that will 100% make me not want to have sex with you, whether it's male, female, it doesn't matter. There's so many things that can go off in that time period. Friends first, fluff buddy later. Yeah, you know, but I will say, like, I'm not gonna pretend like when I'm choosing a person to date, like sexual like interest isn't like at the forefront. Like it's definitely one of the factors. So I mean, if I've already accepted a date, it's most likely I'm willing to also have sex. Now, I'm super sex positive. I see nothing wrong with having sex on the first date. The only reason why I wouldn't is just because other people see it as meaning like something else. I'ma head out, Molly. Thanks for the dating advice. I'll never use it. All right, I'll see you later, Rose. Thought I would drop in, pun intended. What's up, Blackbird? So Molly, you're saying that if I invite you into my place, then it implies that I want to fuck you? Yes, absolutely. If anyone invites you to your, like, okay, so there's certain context, right? If you're just friends, if there doesn't seem, it's very strange sometimes if you know the person is sexually interested in you or has the potential to be. So like, you know, their sexuality, you know, you match up with what their sexuality tends to be. Then yeah, if they're inviting you back to their place, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit less weird between two males, even if they're both gay. But even then, it gets a little complicated. But if it's a woman, always 100%, if you're inviting a woman back to your place, it probably means you want to have sex, and she's probably gonna read it as such as well, even if that's not the case. Now, if you're like, I mean, there's definitely scenarios in which you can invite someone back and it's completely non-sexual, but it is still like, it's still pretty intimate regardless, even if it's not sexual. It's better to be conscious or end up like a brother with two diseases. Even with protection, you can't be too careful. Honestly, hot take. Like, yeah, you should use protection, but at the same time, you should know who you're having sex with to the best of your abilities. It also depends on the act that you're doing, the sexual act that you're doing. Certain sexual acts carry more risk than others for diseases and whatnot. Woo! Okay, that was close. Oh my gosh. That was super close without a shotgun. Personally, I'll be honest, I don't actually like condoms. Condoms ruin a lot of the fun, but they're kind of necessary in a lot of instances. And it takes immense, it totally depends on what you're doing with the person, but it takes immense trust to not use. So that is always like something you have to factor in. If you've been dating someone for like 2 years, yeah, you're probably not going to use one unless it's not a safe day or they're not on birth control or some other mitigating factors. I'm lost for words now, Molly. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty universal. What dating advice would you give to someone who has social anxiety issues? I think a lot of people, a lot of younger people have some sort of social anxiety issues. I think what you should also realize is a lot of people are super awkward when it comes to dating in general. And that like it's always going to be weird. Really all I can say is put your best foot forward. I don't know, like when you're super awkward, you just gotta kind of be you, because that awkwardness isn't gonna go away. You can desensitize yourself to social situations by slowly integrating yourself into more and more social situations, such as I know someone who had extreme agoraphobia, right? They did not like to go outside. They had a strong fear of going outside the room, interacting with people, etc. One of the things that they did to just start off was they started playing like VR chat. That was one thing that they did. So they started playing VR chat. They started getting into that. Then they started getting into other stuff. One of the best things that really, and it sucks to hear, I understand this because it does totally suck. One of the best ways to get over some sort of social anxiety is to get a job. Like some sort of job, like where you're talking with your coworkers a lot, like maybe some sort of fast food job, some sort of Walmart stocking job, something like that, where you're interacting with your coworkers, you're seeing how other people interact, and you're getting slowly desensitized to that. Everyone's going to be a little bit more friendly at work because they just want to get along and move along, and so it's going to be a lot easier for them to do that if in that kind of situation, because that's what everyone's doing. So yeah, maybe be a little bit more open with your coworkers. If they say, hey, let's go out for drinks, tag along. Just slowly integrate yourself into more and more social situations to try to chip away at that. I've never dated anyone before. Me very sad and lonely. I mean, you're like what, 21? That's fine. I'll be honest, high school dating doesn't count. Anyone who thinks like their high school dating experience is like some sort of end all be all of experience or some sort of great experience, it's really not. High school is you're figuring things out, but like it's a mess overall. And the goal isn't to have like, unless that is your goal, to have as many experiences as possible with various people. Like I've never, there's been very few times where I see someone and I instantly go, I want to date them. And I pursue them purely with the intent of dating them. A lot of times it starts off as friends. I might find them, I'm probably going to find them attractive from the start. But finding someone attractive doesn't mean you want to date them. It just means you want to fuck them. And these are two very different things. I think people get that confused. You do not need to date the person to have sex with them. And getting into a relationship just because you want to fuck them is probably a bad idea. How are certain characters not code? Well, we have spats underneath. So we're not just in a skirt and panties. We have compression shorts, for better or for worse. Molly, I want to ask a question, but I don't want to out you on the spot. Go ahead and ask me. Go ahead. Totally fine. Out equals put. Okay, put me on the spot. Yeah, totally fine. Go ahead, ask me. I'm here to answer all your Comic Zone universe. You get used to it. You can even at 30, it's not like too late to be in the gaming zone. It's not like you're like, Dad, even at 80, there's no point where you have to stop. I really need to get myself into a relationship. I'm going to be 22 in 3 months. I ain't getting any younger. Oh, like 22 is not. All of us in the chat, even Ignatius, is you're not. None of you guys are old. None of us are old. All right, like, you don't need to rush into a relationship because the clock is ticking. You don't need to rush to find love. You don't need to rush to do any of that stuff. You can take it slow, because again, there's a reason why so many marriages end in divorce. It's because a lot of people feel like by this age, I have to be married. I have to have kids. I have to do XYZ. I have to get that promotion. I have to have that car. I have to have that house. And that's just not how our society is. The whole 2.5 kids, white picket fence, car, and a house, that's not America anymore. And we need to stop acting like it is. Is he just gonna try to stay there? But yeah, I'm still a kid. I'm 20. Yes, you are. You are literally a kid. I grew up a little bit faster. I grew up faster just because of my circumstances. So I was used to living on my own. Because I went to college early, which helped a bunch. Pretty sure I just heard him fall down. Where'd he go? Damn it. He ran away. Yeah, we live in a society. True. What's up, Amanda? How you doing tonight? Amelia OP, please nerf. Yeah, she's just been around the longest. If you were to put her in normal years, she'd probably be in like her, she'd probably be like 32, 33. What's up, Choco? Damn it, where is this fuck? He's just hiding in the bushes. To Club Vixen. Is he invisible? What the fuck? What is going on? Ah, fuck. This person is annoying with the Spider-Man gloves. I didn't realize how hard the storm was gonna hit either. We might be dying here. And it ain't all just for that. I just want to have someone to share my happiness with. Having all these treasures and the gaming board of mine gets lonely and boring. I can definitely understand that, the companionship. I think what a lot of people also though think is going to happen is they substitute platonic friendships for romantic ones, forgetting and maybe neglecting, or yeah, we're gonna die here, neglecting that their platonic friendships can definitely be what the fuck, your platonic friendships can definitely be something where you can share that with as well. What do you mean for double standards? What do you mean, like double standards between men and women? There definitely are some. That's just kind of how our society. They're not right, but that is just like. But yeah, I have very few friends, sadly. That's also fine. I think that's okay. As long as your friends are close friends. I do think some people do have substituted like local friends with just their online friends, and it's totally valid to have a bunch of online friends, but here's also, it's just also from like a survival standpoint. Oh, we got another dono, $5. Oh, what? Why didn't it play it? I don't know why I didn't do the Texas Beach. Comment got deleted, but when you were ranting about I have to do this or that, I was gonna include I have to fuck Molly in the butt. Thank you for the dono to let us know that. I don't know why the lady messed up there. I don't know why she didn't say it. Did that before. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play Sky. But yeah. I like I was saying, I think people have sacrificed a lot of in real life friends for that. And I like when you get older and you're out of high school and out of college, it does get harder to maintain those kind of relationships. You're not gonna have like 20 friends. You're not gonna have 30. It's not gonna look like an episode of Friends or Seinfeld a lot of the time. You're gonna have a few work friends. You're gonna have some out of work friends. And you're gonna see each other like once every 2 weeks probably, because you're all gonna be busy with your own life. You're gonna have kids. You're gonna have a relationship. You're gonna have this or that or whatever, and you just get busy, or your work schedules don't line up, you know. And that's just what adulting is. But I think it's still important to have those friends, to have those people. One of the things that you should always ask yourself, if God forbid, something happens to me, who is by my side that can help me? And, you know, even if you don't want to get friends for the sakes of friends, it sounds a little manipulative, but you should have them for utility as well. I need to jumpstart my car. Who can I call? You know, do I have to rely on strangers? Well, if you're socially anxious and stuff, that's going to be super hard to do. You know, I'm sick. I need someone to take me to the hospital. I can't drive. I can't pay the bill, the $900 bill it is to go to the hospital. You know, okay. Well, who's going to help you? Oh, shit. I'm dead here. Oh, no. There's so many. Oh, that's a cute suit. Wait, where did they get that? Oh, that must be the superhero suit. It's better to have a few true friends than many fake ones. Yeah. Hello, Moliminous. How are you? Came from the other channel a few years ago and shorts now. I must say your review of the new MLP movie on the channel is good. Very good. I like your new name, Chernobyl. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Reminds me of cancer, but also you make good talking points and advice. When in an emergency, you find out who your true friends are. That's definitely true. Yeah, you're okay, Amanda. The thing is, though, there is certain things that you shouldn't put on your friends. Like, there's okay, so, like, you should definitely, your friends should definitely be willing to do certain things, but asking them to do certain things is a bit inappropriate, because it is unfair to them to put a lot of pressure on them for specific things, like, I need you to do this, or I'm fucked, and stuff like that. But sometimes that is what friends are there for, but you have to kind of let them do it. Sometimes you have to make that ask, and it sucks when you do. But yeah, you should always avoid asking like certain really heavy things. What's up, Blackjack? How are you doing? I also find a lot of my really close friends that I still talk to this day, we hated each other in the beginning. I remember one of my best friends, my early best friend, Sam. We fought constantly. We hated each other. We constantly did things to poke fun at one another, and we became like best of friends. And when I had to leave him, you know, that was really sad. My other friend Nick, God, I fucking I kicked Nick's ass at recess one day. I don't know why. He threw like a snowball at me, and we had a fight, and I chased him down, and I threw like a snowball when he fell, like right on his face and stuff. It was all really childish like stuff. Yeah, but we became like super close friends to this day. So, but we don't even hang out all that much. He's got an interesting schedule, you know. I have a normal schedule, and so it's sometimes it's a lot harder for us to meet up. I remember when I was still in school, he would call me up, essentially like at 2-3 a.m. Now I have insomnia, so I'm still up, but like he's like, hey, Faith, you want to go to like B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, because they're up, because he's just getting off work. He's just you know, and so that's how he's a really good friend. You know, he wanted to make sure that we stayed in contact, that we hung out as much as possible and stuff. Damn, they just got shredded. Holy fuck. And yeah, I always appreciate that, because I'm really reserved. That is the thing. I'm super reserved. I don't really, I don't know, like knowing that you're okay, knowing that you're there is totally fine. I'm super bad with texting back a lot of the times. If all my exes were in the room, which sounds like a horrible experience. I love that Bonk Aurora, by the way. That's so adorable. If all my exes were in a room, probably the one thing they would say is that I can be a little bit emotionally reserved sometimes, that I don't really text. Like for me, it's super comforting just to have them, like it's super comforting for me to have them just like be over, them just be in like the couch and stuff, on the couch. We're not really talking or anything, and we're just there together. And it's just nice knowing that they're there, that they're okay, etc. We don't need to like talk about anything. We don't need to do anything, but it's nice. So you're basically like frenemies. We weren't friends at all. We hated each other, admit. But after a while, I forgot what it was that made us like each other. I have no idea. But we started hanging out more. You know, he came over to my house a ton. Then there was Dean. Dean is man, bless Dean's heart. He is the personification of like the himbo with a heart of gold. He just wants everyone to get along. He just wants to just help everyone. Dean was incredible. He got along with everyone. He was he got along with everyone. He was so nice. He had such an aggressive personality, as in he wanted to hang out with you. He would go out of his way to find me, to say hi, hey to me, to say like, hey, what's up, what's going on in your life, you know, etc. Just like one of the most incredible people that I have ever had the privilege to know in my life. He's exceptionally devoted to the causes that he believes in. He gave up a full ride scholarship for wrestling because he always wanted to join the Marine Corps. He always wanted to give back to his country. He really believed in his country. And you know, I have to respect that he stuck to his principles like that. And yeah, he's just like, you want to look up like a fucking patriot, like just a good person. Dean just always fits that. Big teddy bear of hugs. Yeah, he's just like, he would give you a hug. Like, he would be like, if you came up to him and you're like, Dean, can I get a hug, man? I'm going through it. He'd be like, fuck yeah, bring it in, pal. Like, he was He's also a brony too. He's just like an ultra nice guy. He's just like a super fucking genuine guy, and that's fucking rare to find. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm emotionally lacking technically. I'm very emotional, but I keep it bottled up more specifically. I used to, but now I just keep it hidden. It's open but hidden, so it's not very noticeable. And that's where if the person knows you, they'll probably be able to pick up on that, like your subtleties and stuff. Now it is hard, and sometimes you can't like expect everyone to get it, because you know if you're gonna be complex, there's a lot of people who just aren't gonna be able to read you. But for those of that can, definitely keep them close, because it's a lot of effort to like, you know, when you're trying to do certain things. Yeah, I think a lot of people struggle with making friends. So I think that's an issue with this generation a lot of the time. We don't have the same utilities to make friends as we used to. A lot of stuff is digital. But like all I can say is like you gotta put yourself out there a bit. And it's super hard with coronavirus and stuff. But find places that have your interests. If you're a nerd, if you like comics and stuff, go to places with comics, talk to people, just figure out when it's like an appropriate time to approach someone, when it's not. And that's gonna be a trick. That's gonna take some learning, some trial and error. And all you have to realize is that you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna make a mistake, and that's okay. But the worst thing that will happen is you just, what? Oh shit. The worst thing is, shit. The worst thing they're gonna say is, hey, they might look at you weird. That's like pretty much it. But the upside is you might get like a really nice new friend. No, it's gonna be too connected. I can't. There we go. Got him. With 16 HP to spare. Oh boy, that was close. That was a close one. I am very weak right now. Here we go. We got spray though. Yeah, you're okay right now, and but it's totally fine. Like, these are feelings that you've had lingering and stuff, and so it's nice to get them out sometimes. Now, keep in mind, I am a pony on the internet. I am not a therapist or a licensed professional. All my advice comes from my own personal experience. My own personal experience is not the end-all be-all of the world. So I can't help with every situation, but I can offer a few words of encouragement here and there.